Good morning. Guessing is really less required to predict today's trading outlook. Unlike the weather in Mumbai, the prospects really look bright and beautiful today in the wake of one of the biggest global rallies in recent memory. Risk appetite seems to have returned overnight, perhaps temporarily, as equities and commodities raced across the globe. Optimism about the upcoming earnings season propelled the Dow above 10,000 for the first time since 28th of June. A stronger euro helped push commodity shares, cooling some worries for now about the European debt crisis. For once, the banks have led the advances as traders turned optimistic about the Eurozone stress tests, and after the world's second biggest custody bank said that the earnings would beat expectations. Also, world stocks were seen oversold technically, and hence a bounce was always on the cards. We see a gap up opening with the NSE Nifty expected to pierce 5,300. It remains to be seen that if the index manages to cross 5,350 and stays above that level for a sustained period to signal a long-awaited and perhaps long overdue break. SEBI's move to halve exposure margins in the F&O segment may also boost sentiments. In terms of global data watch, Bank of England and the ECB will hold their policy meeting. FIIs were net sellers of Rs 492.4 million in the cash segment on Wednesday provisionally, according to data published on the NSE website. Local funds were net buyers of Rs 1.34 billion. In the F&O segment, they were net buyers at Rs 8.9 billion. On Tuesday, the FIIs were net buyers of Rs 3.75 billion in the cash segment. The other news for the day is SEBI relaxes exposure margins norms for derivatives. Government mulls restrictions on hot-rolled coil imports. The RBI has urged Finance Minister to allow the Securities and Insurance Laws Ordinance 2010 to lapse since it could affect the autonomy of all regulators, including the central bank. Tea prices to firm up on low output. RBI board may discuss private banking license today. Telecom Commission has failed to take a decision on BSNL listing in its meet on Wednesday. Government may raise FDI in the defense sector. FICCI demanded that the MAT rate to be cut to 15% of the book profit in the direct tax code. ITFC to raise 8.4 billion rupees through the sale of convertible securities to Khazana Investing Holdings arm of Malaysian government and Actis. Kingfisher Airlines have agreed to pay all its dues to HPCL by 31st of July. Media companies such as PVR, Balaji Telefilms and UTV Motions have opposed tax on copyright services. Reliance MediaWorks has raised a stake in FAME. Coal India may tap capital markets via IPO in October. Moving on to the recommendations, the derivative strategies are long Sesa Goa July future in the range of Rs 341 to Rs 342 for a target price of Rs 352 and a stop loss is to be placed at Rs 336. And long Sterlite Industries July future in the range of Rs 160 to 161 for a target price of Rs 168 and a stop loss is to be placed at Rs 156. The technical calls are a buy on Amara Raja batteries. Traders are recommended to buy the stock at current market price of Rs 189 to lows till Rs 188 for a target price of Rs 197 and the stop loss is to be placed at Rs 184. And a buy on Godrej Consumers. Traders are recommended to buy the stock above levels of Rs 350 for a target price of Rs 365 and a stop loss is to be placed at Rs 344. Thank you and have a great day ahead.